Hey guys, Matt here. In this video, I want to talk to you about the big difference between who you are, okay, and who you want to be. So, who you think you are, okay, and what you want to be. And usually, there is this real big difference between these two versions of yourself. Because usually, people, if you go outside there and you ask them who they are, they will tell you who they are in this moment. So the current identity of themselves. So it's a person that is lazy or that they wanna watch like some movies and they drink alcohol and I don't know, they just don't want to work or I don't know, they don't feel like they want to scale their company and all of these things. But the real thing is that that's not who they are. That's just like what they think they are. Because who they really are, it's who they desire to be. And this is very interesting because society in this moment is telling to everyone to accept themselves. And I think this is very dangerous because if you, for example, if you feel like that your life is fucked up, and your value inside yourself is not expressed, so that you're doing a job that you don't like, or the company that you have, the level of the company that you have now is not at the level that it should be, and you feel this sense of insatisfaction, it means that you know what your value is and you know that you are not expressing it in the right way. So that means that there is a big contrast between who you are right now, that is just a thought, okay, and your real identity, which is the identity that you desire to be, because that identity express your real self, like who you truly are, okay? And this is very interesting because I went through the stages by thinking, for example, when I was making 5K per month, like 2K per month or 1K per month, I was thinking, oh, yeah, I want to make 10K per month because I want to have all these fancy things, okay? And so when I reached 150K per month, okay, so I reached like 100, but when I basically built a company of 7-figure, okay, I basically realized that yes, okay, all these materialistic things are, I mean, they don't give you any happiness, but the reason why I was doing all of that things, it's not because I really wanted those materialistic things. It's because I thought that those materialistic things, like having a cool apartment or flying in business class or going in 5-star hotels and resorts and all of that, I thought that was happiness. Like, oh, when you can do all these things, you will have a lot of girls and all of that, and you will be happy. So, but then I experienced this stuff and I realized that, gosh, it does not give me any happiness. It's like the materialistic stuff does not give me any happiness. So, and then I thought, okay, so that then probably I just need to go back to my normal life of 5 years ago, find an employment and work at McDonald's. But when I was thinking about this, I was like, fuck, I would never like to work at McDonald's, not because it's bad, but just because it will not represent my identity, okay? So who I truly am. And who I am is a person that loves challenges. I love being competitive. I love to win. I love to prove myself. When there is a problem, I love to find a solution. It's like, give me problems. I love them. I will eat them for breakfast. So the point is that there is like this distortion that I think it's, is in two different poles. In one, it's like, oh, you need to accept yourself who you are, and you should not seek like materialistic things because they're evil, because they won't give you happiness. And in some way that's true, but in other ways not really. And on the other opposite, you have this thing, oh, you just need to make money because with money you will be happy. And in some way it's true, but on the other it's not, because I tried both of them. And what you really realize is that the truth is in the middle. It's when you understand, for example, that like who you truly are is just like a reflection of who you desire to be. So my next stage is not, for example, trying to buy a Lambo because I know that it will not give me any happiness, you know. But my next stage is to prove to myself that I can win the challenge of building a company that makes 5 million a year, which is around 400K per month, you know. And that's who I am, you know. It's like a person which seeks challenge and likes to perform. And you know what? The interesting thing is that when I win, I feel fucking good. You know, just because I proved myself that I won. And that's who I am. That's like why people in the like, for example, like athletes, why they love so much to compete. But it's not a competition against someone else. I mean, yes, in some way, yes, but it's more about winning yourself, proving to yourself that you can do it. And this is like the hardest thing to do in life because it's like the point is like if for example you are, let's say that you are not in the best shape possible, okay? So you have basically two options. The first one is like saying, and let's say that you want to have a very good shape, you know, and you can think about the fact that, oh, I have a good shape. I want to have a good shape because I want to have a lot of women, because if I don't have a lot of women, nobody will love me, you know. So that's like not really true because you can easily find a girl that will love you for who you are. I mean, like the way you looks like it really like impacts until a certain level, and they tested it, okay? But another fact is saying, I want to have a good shape because I want to be healthy. Because when I watch myself in the mirror, I feel like that my body is healthy because I care about myself, the way I look like, okay, and the way that I perceive myself as a healthy person. This is like already different. And of course, being healthy and looking good, it gives you a better chance to find more attractive partners and all of that, of course. But I mean, basing your existence on finding an attractive partner, I mean, it's like, I think it's stupid because it's like you need to understand the brain of the person, but usually you will find people which have the same values, you know. So it's like if you're healthy and fit, you will find a person which is healthy and fit, okay? Because you can be beautiful and taking steroids all the day, you know, but not being healthy and fit, you know. So that's very important, understanding those dynamics. So who you want to be, it's not because, and people say no, you should accept yourself as the way you are, but that's not who I don't want to be unhealthy and eating McDonald's every day. That's not me. I will feel shit to do that because I care about my health. It's my value, you know, it's who I am. So it's always important understanding that who you are is who you desire to be, you know. And who you desire to be is because you have a value that determines your desire, okay? So if you have the value of winning, okay, and being recognized about what you created, okay, and you love to see, like, for example, I finished to build my new licensing model. It's a new program for the Italian market, so it's not in English, unfortunately. And it was, man, I suffered for days. Like, it was crazy the amount of energy, investment, and suffering that I have invested in that. But when I finished it, I was the happiest man on earth. You know, it was fantastic. And yes, that thing will work much better than the other programs that I built before and will make me more money. And that's just the recognition of it. You know, it's like, it's the recognition of the work. But firstly, I was very happy and proud about myself because I proved to myself that I'm able to create it, okay, and do it, you know. And so that's very interesting. There is this very big difference between who you are and who you want to be. And society will always try to tell you that, oh, you need to accept who you are. What the fuck does that mean? You know, it's like, and who defines who you are? It's you. You know, it's like nobody else can define who you are and what you truly want, you know. So that's very important. And the other thing that I realized, it's like when society tells you, you are this, you know, so if now you are lazy and you I don't know, you are your body it's not good or whatever, and like you're making no money, or your company it's not at the level, like it's on a shitty level and everything, and society will tell you, no, you should accept yourself for who you are. But truly inside yourself you feel like this is not the version of yourself that you would like to be, because it's not representing your real value, because inside yourself you know who you are, and then you will need to do things that you don't want to do, things that are painful. And this is like the tricky part, because if you value being healthy, okay, of course it will be hard to stop eating McDonald's and KFC and start eating healthy, and forcing yourself to not fuck up, and forcing yourself to win yourself to not fuck up. But that's the point. If you truly want something, you will win yourself. You will win the laziness, and you will resist the impulses of eating that candy or whatever, So the point is that when there is friction, it just means that this is the price to get where you want to go and to be who you want to be. And so the point that you should just ask yourself, the question is, do you want to sacrifice, okay, what is necessary to do, to be the person you want to be, or you want to sacrifice the person that you want to be? And so that's the point. I think that, for example, it's always about values. It's like, I would never sacrifice certain things in my life to become a billionaire, because I do not value money that much. It's like, yeah, I would sacrifice probably certain things and certain aspects, for example, to have a certain standards of living, but under a certain point, because my values are not that like direction to become a billionaire and, I don't know, control the world. I don't care, I care about other things. And so the amount of things that I'm willing to sacrifice, it's always measured with who I want to be, okay? And so if I achieve the version of myself that I want to be, okay, I will always need to sacrifice something to maintain that position. But if I want to become something different, then I need to sacrifice something else, If in 3 years I want to be a hippie and living on the Himalaya and, I don't know, like just meditate the entire day, of course I will need to sacrifice my company, and all the benefits and the cons that it gives me. So, but do I want to do that? No, because I love it. It's like, it's the fun of challenge. Like, if you remove my fun to have a challenge, I don't enjoy it anymore. So I don't find satisfaction. And if you remove that from my life, it's like you remove a part of myself, like what I like and what I am. And I was doing this since I was like 7 years old. I was competing with myself constantly, I loved it, And that's the point. It's just, this is like when people say, oh, you need to accept who you are, I think you need to firstly think who you want to be. And when you like understand who you want to be, then you accept that version. But you can change it if you want, because you can model it, and you can say, okay, probably in 5 years, probably my values will be different. Probably I will want to conquer the world. Who knows? Can happen. And then I will want to become the president of United States, and I don't know, make a unique state on the entire world. I don't know, like I'm joking, of course, but that's the point. If in 3 years my values changes, and I would like to be more someone that is like family oriented and all of that, then I will just set the new desired version of myself, and I will sacrifice what is necessary to get there, So that's the point. Always think about who you are, or actually who you think you are, but actually who you desire to be, and what's the sacrifice to get there, okay? So, by Matt is everything. If you like the video, subscribe and comment, like if you wanna see or you have any question, like other videos like this. See you in the next one.